So, good morning, dear colleagues and all the present parties. Let's begin our event, which is the 7th meeting of Ukrainian geologists. So this year we celebrate 25 years. The Union of Ukrainian Geologists. It was all Ukrainian civil society organization, now just CSO. And usually civil society organizations are founded in order to unite the experts and professionals or interested stakeholders, and they work within certain group. Now, our primary idea of a union was a different idea. In Ukraine, there was a powerful geological service at the time, and the whole geological industry. So the discovery and exploration of different geological deposits was a task for different service enterprises, the facilities to produce different equipment, scientific establishments, educational establishments who were training geological experts. It was a huge industry, which was funded quite a lot back then and invested into. It was the second biggest receiver of state funds after the military. In some years, the USSR used to explore 5 times more new deposits than any other country of the world. Then the perestroika hit. The budgetary funds were cut and lost, so we had to reform and rebuild in order to save the geology and exploration industry, and that's why we created this union, to adapt it to market economy. The first meeting in 2000, where we designed and adopted the concept of transition of geology and exploration industry, transitioning from socialist planned economy to market-based economy. Then we had meetings to retain different geological assets, the primary geological kernels. Unfortunately, it didn't come to any fruition, and our geological industry in Ukraine now it is largely as in all over the world. And all the attempts to create geology exploration companies that would be the market-based companies, all these attempts led to Ukrainian companies really did not stand the competition, unfortunately, especially after the big 4 of service companies entered Ukrainian market, and they basically have 95% of the world market. It's impossible to compete with them. So Ukraine has become the part of the global market, not as a local market in itself. So as soon as we have something of the geology and exploration industry restored, it should compete on the external market, not on existing in the loop. So that was the idea, but we were also doing all kinds of activities. We were conducting conferences. We were traveling abroad. Overall, about 300 different events we organized and conducted in 25 years. Then the biggest conference we conducted together with APG, Ukrainian Association of Oil and Discovery and Exploration. 500 delegates came from 28 countries. Then Since Ukraine at that time already became the part of global market, our union decided to focus on adaptation of Ukrainian geologists to an international cooperation to work with the Western companies. And we created many educational programs. Western companies or partners, CSOs that have to do with geology and exploration, they sent over their experts. They were reading the lectures. And we conducted two big training courses for dozens of lectures for experts. Excellence courses that Tucholsky Institute started studying from English language proficiency, learning from the Western technologies. Of course, we did also not neglect the activities that are natural for civil society organizations. And we had veteran support for geologists. We published many books over this time. So it was a powerful organization as a union of experts. Now, with the start of this large-scale war, new challenges emerged. Ukrainian geologists are spread all over the world. It's hard to get them into one specific space. So now we mostly work as a digital union. We do online events. So we have strong cooperation as members of the National Union and Federation of Geological Organizations of EU. We take up many grant-based projects that you will hear about. It's a very important work for us. We will hear today presentations from heads of Association of Geological Services of EU, also from the Federation of Geological Organizations of EU. So step by small step, our union enters IT industry. We create a platform, NGO.com. It's a global platform. And we designed the new geology, which is part of the cycle economy and cross-sectoral projects to deal with the challenges of the 24th century. So global climate catastrophe, the total pollution of our country, lack of resources, the loss of diversity. So geology is a responsible player, and that's why we have to unite other scientists and related industries around it. So we are adapting to the new situation, to the new reality, and we are well within the trends of 21st century. This 7th meeting of geologists in Ukraine, we decided to dedicate it to a big challenge that Ukraine faces. And the challenges are, well, there's a war going on, there environmental damage is being done. We signed an agreement with the US, and we don't know what is in it, what are the challenges are in it. Next, science is not being funded. We need to adapt our science. We have to include it into the world scientific space. The Naftogaz Ukraine is basically the only company that is doing investigation and exploration of new deposits. And in Ukraine, because the Geological Service has been working actively, we had discovered and opened 20,000 different potential deposits of 105 types of fossil minerals and resources. Of them, 3,500 are being actively developed, but this development has been going on from Soviet times. They have been privatized, these 3,500 different deposits. Mostly they are now private companies within private ownership, whereas there are new deposits that are being explored. So that's why it's very important to have this agreement signed with the U.S. that maybe gives us hope that there will be investments coming in this industry. And it's a difficult industry because environmental challenges are everywhere, social, and the projects are very long, they're financially burdensome, and unfortunately not as profitable anymore. So it's a very difficult industry, and it's good news that we have American investors which will restore our geology because it will create hopefully jobs for our specialists. So this meeting is dedicated to hearing Geological Service, the State Geological Service, and will tell us all about the state policies. We will have the speakers from Academy of Sciences, from Naftogaz, Ukraine. Also, we will hear what are the challenges that they face, the environmental problems, we'll talk about that, and of course the problems of training new experts. So then the Geology Union will tell you about the new projects. So that will be the agenda for today. Since we're doing it online and offline, so we will speak about the challenges, then we'll form the work groups from these industries, from science, and we'll begin more systemic work on the concepts of dealing with these challenges. So I want to wish us all success. I want to present to you our speakers. Professor Viktor Ogal, who works in Kyiv University, Deputy Director of the Department of Oil and Gas. He will be our speaker today. So Viktor is going to have this meeting moderated. So thank you so much, and have a great success in this meeting.